Hello, hello. Welcome to week 21 of my 6-month podcast series where I'm diving into all things being fully self-employed. I left my day job at the beginning of March of this year, and it has been a whirlwind of an experience leading up to this point. So with this podcast series, in case you've missed, I am diving into all the things that I am working on behind the scenes to build all the businesses that trying to build. With Empowered by Women, our community platform that supports women entrepreneurs and professionals, with my speaking business, with our sponsorship program, with Book of Bijou, there's just so many things happening simultaneously. So it's been really interesting to navigate, but this series is diving into all the strategies that I'm putting into place, the systems that I'm implementing, and also the mindset that I'm cultivating, which has been an incredibly enlightening journey, honestly. So I'm going to start it off because I realized in my last episode, I didn't share all of the strategies for all of the things. I shared the strategy for Empowered by Women so far, like what I'm currently working on, and that's bringing in a new value adds, such as our member hosted office hours, which I still need to finish building out. I've already created a Calendly link for it and like built all of the details out for that. And I have kind of the website's page already available. It's not, well, not already available, already built out. It's not available on the website yet, but I still need to finish a couple of things before I actually formally announce it and people can start taking advantage of it. But that's what we're working on the Empowered by Women side. And then for coaching, I did not speak about coaching. So that's where, let's go ahead and start there. You all know that I've been having this kind of obsession with AI lately. So, yes. And if anyone is just like hating the fact that I'm using AI, I'm sorry. I apologize. Is not something that you agree with. But again, I feel like if you are very anti AI, you might be in the mindset that I was previously when I was anti AI, where everything is just like you're just stealing someone else's work. Like you're not using your own voice. Everything is so generic. No, you are just probably using AI wrong if we're being completely honest, because there is so much more to AI than just putting in a simple prompt and getting out some generic content. And I'm not using it to like create artwork for me or anything like that. I'm not, that I'm not okay with. I'm not going to ever like push out AI art as, something that is part of my brand. But in terms of helping me get organized in the back end and in my mind and to help collapse time so that I am not spending hours and endless time just thinking about like the proper words to say and how do I put this together, because our time can be so much better off spent doing the things that actually provide the impact, right? So in terms of how I'm using AI for my coaching business, obviously leveraging it to help streamline my content and make it so easy for me to post. There are so many of you that are out there that just hesitate to push the button or don't know what to post or what to say or whatever it is. This is where AI can really, really help you. This can be like your starting point if you're not even using AI to just help you do the thing, to take action, okay? Because it could be as simple as opening up ChatGPT or whatever your AI platform is and saying, hey, I want to create this Instagram post. This is the idea I have in my head, but I can't quite get it into words. Like, help me polish it up, right? Help me optimize it for LinkedIn. Help me optimize it for whatever. And then you share your idea. So you're still giving it the foundation of what you want it to say. And because I have the paid version of ChatGPT, it's gotten really good at knowing my voice and how I want to say things and what things I don't want to say and don't want to use and how I don't want to format things, because you get to trade it that way, right? So I've definitely been using it to help me with my content. I love the voice feature. So anytime I have an idea just pop up in my head, which is a lot of times, even if I'm at the gym or whatever, right after the shower, I just pull up my phone. I use the little voice message thing and I'm saying, okay, create a post like this. This is the main idea. Like these are the things that I want to make sure that we touch on, that we include. This is the part that I want to make sure that we emphasize, and this is the overall theme. And then it'll spit something out. And I'm like, okay, amazing. Keep everything. It changed this paragraph. I don't like that paragraph at all. But keep everything else the same. And then you can continue to tweak it. But it's really like an assistant that is readily available to you 24/7. So that's how I've been using it content wise. And then it has just allowed me to push out content so much faster because I'm not overthinking things. And because I built a vault of material in terms of photos and videos that I can easily just pair with whatever idea I just came up with, right? So I have all of these amazing images that I'm like, okay, this is the theme that I'm thinking of. Oh, I do remember I took that. I have that photo from that photo shoot. I can perfectly pair it. So I'm not just creating content from scratch and trying to sit there with a blank mind and a blank screen, right? That has allowed me to just push out content so much faster than I have ever been able to do. And I'm not allowing myself to overthink it because I simply don't have time to overthink it. I read through what it gives me. I make minor adjustments, or maybe sometimes even major adjustments if they got the theme completely wrong. And then I go ahead and post it. And then I repurpose the crap out of that content. Okay. So I'll post it onto Instagram. And then if it's a pretty good caption, or even if it's like a carousel, I'll still take that text. I'll throw it into LinkedIn. If it's a reel, and now I post it onto Instagram, I post it onto TikTok, I post the same video onto YouTube, I post the same video onto LinkedIn because I've heard that those videos on LinkedIn are starting to get more traction as well. So I'm just creating one piece of content, but then pushing it out to all these different platforms. And really my main focuses are Instagram and LinkedIn in terms of where I want to build my presence for my coaching business. So I'm not trying to come up with a different strategy for each platform. I am building up quite the digital presence because I'm posting in all these platforms, but I'm really only creating one piece of content that's going in all these different places. So there's one thing, and I've probably said this before, there's something to omnipresence, but it doesn't have to burn you out. You can do it very strategically and not have to feel like you have to show up in different ways in all different things. For Book of Bijou, like obviously I'm not really diving too much into that in LinkedIn because I don't believe my client is there that I'm looking for, right? So again, there's different strategies for all these different businesses that I'm building. And I think that is just, I just want to reiterate that for the people that feel like they need everything everywhere and they need to have all of these different strategies for, okay, now I need to optimize it for Pinterest. Now I need to optimize it for LinkedIn. When you're creating different pieces of content for each one, you don't have to do that unless it feels good to you. Then go ahead, do it by all means. But again, you get to dictate the way that you're showing up and what your strategy is. And at the end of the day, you want to build a business that lights you up, not burns you out. So from there, from the coaching business, well, actually, one other thing that I've been doing to kind of make the content a little bit easier for me is when I finish a coaching session, when I finish with a client session, I have ideas all in my head, of course, just because I'm so lit up every single time I'm done talking to a client. And then I create a quick piece of content, again, using ChatGPT, using my voice notes to say, this is what we talked about. This was kind of the transformation, or this was the initial mindset. This is the mindset that they walked away with, or this is where the issue was. This is what they walked away with. This is the strategy that we worked on. This is the piece that we built out for the brand ecosystem, whatever it is. Highlight that and the importance of that. And then I will immediately use that as content to pour into ChatGPT to refine what we worked on and to help it create an Instagram post for me, right? So I'm not having to like think of all these brand new ideas. I'm just using what's like happening as time goes by. And when it comes to coaching, I still haven't gotten to the point where I like plan things out content wise. And I don't know if I'll ever get to that point because it feels really good just posting in the moment of like what I'm working on and what I'm thinking about and like what I'm getting really excited about. That feels very authentic to me. And ChatGPT allows me to do that without like stopping my day for an hour or 2 hours just to try to make one piece of content. I just had a thought and I totally just lost it. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So I'm actually really, really curious if any of you are following me on Instagram or LinkedIn. does my content feel like it's still authentically coming from me and my voice? Even if it has like a little inkling of AI, that's fine. I feel like everything I'm looking at now, like I'm looking at it through, is that AI, like that kind of a lens, and that's okay. I mean, I don't know if that's okay, but I think that's just what it is. So I'm very just curious if the people that have seen my content, if you feel like it's authentic, let me know. All right, moving on. Let's talk about my strategy for speaking. So you know already that I've been trying to build out an automation for it. Still haven't had the chance to finish building that out. So I have kind of here and there manually been doing some outreach, but I've recently actually gotten a couple of leads from Gig Salad, which is an online platform where basically if you're an artist or a speaker or some kind of professional that can get booked for gigs, like you can create a profile on there. And I believe they have free profiles, which I'm pretty sure is what I have. Hopefully I'm not paying for it and I don't even realize I'm paying for it. But I've gotten a couple of leads in recently. And one I'm actually chatting with right after this podcast, which is pretty exciting. So hopefully that turns into something. Obviously, I will keep you updated. And the one thing that I've learned from a few different places where I've been really learning about this speaker world and how to show up as a professional, right? What are all the tips and tricks? What are the industry like know-how things that I need to know in order to book paid speaking engagements? And one of the things that I learned is that you want to be quick to respond, right? You really want to show them who you are to work with. Like you don't want to respond to them weeks later and then go back and forth in this very like drawn out conversation. They want someone quick. They want someone reliable. They want someone that they know that they can communicate with easily. And so that's what I've been doing. Anytime I get a Gig Salad lead notification via email, I immediately go to the message and say, hey, like I'd love to hop on a call with you and make sure we're a good fit. And then I've been sending my Calendly link. So that's another thing. Get them on the meeting. Don't just throw everything their way as soon as they reach out to you. Get them on the meeting. That way they can see your energy. They can see the way that you show up, and then you can really start to build that rapport with them, and build that relationship, right? So even if they don't come with you, like book you for that first session, you have started to build that relationship. They know your face, they know your voice, they know how you show up. And so I basically said, hey, I'm traveling, but I'm flexible tomorrow. Are you free between this time and this time? And she said, yes. And I was like, wonderful. Let's say 11 a.m. Here's a link. Give them a time, give them an actual time frame. Okay. To prevent it just from being drawn out, because the sooner that you can get them on the call, the more chances you are preventing them from considering other candidates. So wish me luck. Can't wish me luck because by the time this is up, I will probably have already had the conversation, but I will keep you updated. So now that a couple of leads have come in, I'm kind of like, okay, so this Gig Salad thing, like there are leads here. Maybe it is worth it to actually spring for the paid option. So I am going to be taking a look at that sometime soon to see if that's worthwhile. I do need to make sure that my profile is updated on there because I created that profile a year ago. I don't even know if that sounds right. That can't be right. That's wild if that's right. Because it came with the Speaker Lab program that I signed up for, and then it came with like the 6 months of a premium Gig Salad membership, which surprisingly I didn't get a lot of leads during that time, but after the fact I started getting leads here and there. I haven't booked a lead from there. I haven't gotten a ton of leads. Okay, let's be fully transparent. I haven't gotten a ton of leads, but I have gotten leads even while on the free platform. So when you have a paid premium subscription, then your profile becomes more apparent to more event organizers and decision makers. So I'm thinking if this call goes well in an hour, then I will probably go ahead and spring for the paid option. For one, because I don't have a speaking agent, and that's something that I already knew that I wanted. I wanted someone out there kind of bringing in leads to me So if this is going to do that, then it'll be worth my while. So that's it on the speaker front. All right. So other than that, what happened this week? I actually just got back from vacation. We took the girls down to SoCal, stayed in Vista. Is that right? We went to Legoland. We had like a 3-day pass to Legoland. So that was really fun. And we hadn't taken the girls on a vacation this summer yet at all. So it was great to be able to do that and to just take them out of summer camp for a little bit. And I'm also giving them the option to skip the last week of summer camp if they just want to stay home for the week before they start the next year of school. So we'll see what they say. I think I don't know, they keep going back and forth on one, if they want to cancel it or if they want to keep going. But it was just nice to get away. I definitely didn't get much work done. I brought my laptop, I brought my charger. I was probably on my laptop for literally less than an hour just because it's like impossible to get work done with little children, especially a little baby that is like always, I am still nursing. And I originally thought, like bedtime, early morning, like that's when I'll be able to get some stuff done. But because I'm nursing, like she's just like on me all night long and I can't get anything done. And it's interesting because back when I had my day job and was trying to build the businesses and had the babies, I was really good at getting things done on my computer, like because I had no other choice. I couldn't just sit at my laptop at my desk the way that I do now. But now that I've kind of transitioned out of that and I'm in this space where, yes, I do have time to just sit at my desk for hours at a time, I've almost gotten really bad at being able to focus while just sitting on my laptop while the family is around. Like it's so hard for me to focus and like to get anything done because now I'm in this mindset of like, I need a block. I need no distractions. So it's not easy for me anymore to just like open my laptop and let me just do something real quick. I think I've lost that skill. So that was really interesting. But I'm just in this space where I'm not giving myself a hard time about the days that I can't get to work because of family matters. Even if that family matter is like me just going and having fun and enjoying quality time with them, because that is the whole point. That is why I wanted to go into business for myself, to create that time freedom, to create that financial freedom, to be able to give my babies the world they deserve. And that world includes a lot of amazing quality family time. So I am really great to be back and to be able to work again, but I'm also really, really grateful for the time that we got to spend together. So yeah, it was a fun week for sure. And it really did bring me back down to my why and push me even harder. Like, okay, when we get back home, like we got to do some more work. We got to get some more momentum and we got to keep building because I know that the life that I have dreamed up in my head like exists for me and I just need to make it happen. So every time I have those moments where I'm surrounded by family and where I want to create more of that, like that is just another push in that direction of, okay, Crystal, keep on showing up and keep working to build that life for you, for your family. And even with like, the days that like my parents would pay for dinner, just for one, it's like I feel like it's like an Asian thing to do, at least for like Filipinos, like the elders always like pay for, the younger generations. And that's wonderful. And I feel very lucky and blessed to be able to have that kind of support. But at the same time, like I want to get to a point where my mom doesn't pull out her credit card, even if she insists on doing it. Like I want to be at the capacity where she doesn't have to pay for a single meal for her full vacation, right? That's part of my why too. I want to not just take care of my babies and my partner, but I want to take care of my extended family. So there's a lot that I could say about that, but I feel like it's going to make me emotional, and we're not going to go down that road. So yeah, I feel very regrounded in my why and reassured in what I'm building, and I feel like even these leads that have come in with the speaking engagements, like that has been kind of reassuring as well. Like this next meeting that I'm about to have, it is going to be a paid engagement, which is obviously something that I want, right? I want speaking to be a part of the revenue that I bring in because it's something that I'm very passionate about. I think it's a very easy way to spread impacts to the people that you want to impact. And it's a great way to also position yourself as an authority in your industry if you're getting the content for it and if you're kind of building up this really incredible speaker resume, and to use that also as a lead gen thing. This this particular engagement is actually for a high school, which I'm really excited about. And they asked for humor to be intertwined into the theme or into the talk, which I'm even more excited about. I love my sense of humor. I wouldn't say I'm a comedian, but I do think that I can be pretty funny. And I said previously that not probably not on this podcast, but I know I've said it to a couple of people that I'm excited to start talking as a professional speaker and like weave my humor into it, because I feel like that's the easiest kind of platform that opens up space for my humor. So again, cross your fingers that I got it, because you would probably, hopefully there will be a decision by the time the next episode is recorded. So that is what's happening today. And also something else completely random, but also it felt, again, reassuring. And it felt like a little sign from the universe was that, so my daughter is signed with a modeling agency. We haven't gotten any booked gigs from that. I feel like they're always like wanting like these like commercial things. And honestly, she's not a great actress. So I'm not hopeful that we're going to land any of that. But they recently sent out something looking for adults to be paid extras at like a live sporting event. And I'm like, that's amazing. Like there's another paid opportunity coming my way, even though it's completely unrelated to anything that I'm doing. I felt like it was just like the universe saying like, hey, I know that you're close to your quote unquote 6 months, but there is money out there like waiting for you, right? And being offered to you, and you can continue making that money. Like that's the sentiment that I got seeing the speaker lead, seeing the, I wouldn't say modeling lead, but like the paid gig from the modeling agency. So we're still deciding if we're going to be able to do it, just because logistically it's a late event. So I don't know yet, but it'll be a fun excuse for a date night. Okay. Let's see. Last thing, no, couple of things more that I want to talk about, and then I got to get out. Prepare for this meeting. I did end up pulling out the rest of my savings from my previous day job to act as a continued buffer past the 6 months, because I feel like just that knowing that I only pulled out enough for 6 months, like that was kind of like weighing down on me. And I'm like, I know I'm going to continue doing this long term. Like I'm not looking back. I'm not going back to a 9 to 5. So what is even the point of like adding that stress on your shoulders? So I just pulled it out, and I'm going to just go ahead and put it back into my high yield savings account, just so I have that readily accessible if needed. And so I know I'm not like scrambling, like, oh my gosh, I need to get a job in September, because that's simply not the case. And I do have such a profound belief in what I'm doing, and that the success is coming very, very soon. I mean, I feel like I've already attained a lot of success, which is amazing. So I'll go ahead and pat myself on the back, but I know there's so much more I want to build, and that there's so much more to come. So the rest of the day today, I am going to be, besides the speaker call, I have another call with a potential client. So cross your fingers that one gets booked as well. That would be amazing. And then I am going to be working fully on finalizing this presentation, really building it out down. Finalizing and building out this presentation for SCORE that I'm actually also supposed to be presenting to the Empowered by Women community tomorrow. I was supposed to be working on it kind of throughout vacation. And like I said, I just did not get around to doing that. So hopefully, hopefully we get it done. I have a decent amount of time today. And I've decided I'm also foregoing the gym today and tomorrow so I can really buckle down on the things that I've missed out on. Maybe I'll squeeze in a home workout because I do still believe that the self-care and that exercise, all of that plays a role in the success that we create for ourselves. So I'm not foregoing exercise. I'm just foregoing the gym because I tend to spend more time there and also like took into account commute and all of that. But I really just want to buckle down and do all the things that are on my list. So that is it. I feel like we got that through pretty quickly. This is a short episode today, but thank you as always for tuning in. Share this with someone that you think would get a lot out of it. We want to be able to support all the women, as many women as humanly possible that need the support so that they know that they're not alone, so that they can take gems from whatever strategies that I'm implementing, put it into your own business, and you have my support fully. So go do amazing things. And if you are interested, hopefully this episode is up by today. It should be. But if you're listening to it today, Thursday, the webinar workshop I'm hosting is tomorrow, August 1st, and it's up on the Empowered by Women website. Just go to Empowered by Women, women spelled WMN.com/events. You will see it there. Go ahead and register and tell me what you think about the website. I mean, holy moly, my words. Tell me what you think about the workshop, and hopefully you get a lot out of it. And I'm going to be taking from there all the way up until the 7th when I'm presenting for SCORE to refine the presentation. But it's going to be wonderful, and I always rise to the occasion, just as I know you always rise to the occasion. So, toodaloo, I will talk to you next week.